Do you ever find yourself wondering who you can truly trust in your life? In this video, we'll delve into each type and discuss how to identify them in your own life. Lesson 1. People with zero self-awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth and spiritual development. It is the ability to recognize and understand our thoughts, emotions, and actions, as well as their impact on ourselves and others. People who lack self-awareness are often unable to see their own flaws, shortcomings, and patterns of behavior, which can lead to a variety of challenges and difficulties in their lives and relationships. In this lesson, we will delve deeper into the importance of self-awareness and explore how to identify and navigate relationships with those who lack this crucial quality. The Buddha taught that the root of suffering is ignorance, which is often characterized by a lack of self-awareness. When we are unaware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we may inadvertently create suffering for ourselves and others. For example, someone who lacks self-awareness may consistently react to situations with anger or jealousy, causing harm to their relationships and personal well-being without even realizing the source of the problem. When encountering people with zero self-awareness, it's essential to approach the situation with compassion and understanding. After all, we are all works in progress, and each of us has areas in which we could improve our self-awareness. It's also crucial to protect our own well-being and maintain healthy boundaries when interacting with such individuals. Everyone is on their own journey, and some people may take longer to develop self-awareness than others. Approach these individuals with patience and compassion, recognizing that their lack of self-awareness may be a source of suffering in their own lives. It's essential to protect your own well-being when interacting with people who lack self-awareness. Establish clear boundaries around what you are and are not willing to accept in your relationships, and communicate these boundaries calmly and assertively. The best way to help others develop self-awareness is to model it yourself. Cultivate your own self-awareness through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and journaling, and strive to be honest and open about your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Prioritize your own mental, emotional, and spiritual health, and seek out relationships with individuals who support and uplift you on your path. Self-awareness is a vital component of personal growth and spiritual development in Buddhism. By understanding the importance of self-awareness and learning to identify those who lack this quality, we can better navigate our relationships and cultivate a more compassionate, mindful, and harmonious existence. May you continue to deepen your own self-awareness and support others on their journey towards greater understanding and enlightenment. Lesson 2. People who badmouth everyone behind their backs. In the teachings of Buddhism, right speech is one of the Eightfold Path's essential components, which serves as a guide for ethical conduct and mental development. Right speech encourages us to communicate honestly, kindly, and constructively, avoiding falsehoods, harsh words, divisive speech, and idle chatter. When we encounter individuals who engage in backbiting and gossip, they are not only violating the principle of right speech, but also creating an atmosphere of negativity and mistrust. People who badmouth others behind their backs often do so out of jealousy, insecurity, or a desire to elevate their own status at the expense of others. This behavior is rooted in ignorance and delusion, as they fail to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and the harm that their words can cause. By spreading negativity and misinformation, they contribute to the suffering of others and create discord within communities. When we associate with such individuals, we risk being drawn into their web of negativity, which can poison our minds and taint our perceptions of others. Moreover, if they are willing to speak ill of others when they are not present, it is likely that they will do the same to us when our backs are turned. Thus, it is crucial to be cautious and discerning when dealing with people who engage in such behavior. Make it clear to others that you do not wish to participate in gossip or negative talk about others. If someone attempts to engage you in such conversation, politely but firmly change the subject or express your disinterest in discussing the matter further. Developing mindfulness through meditation and other practices can help us become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and speech. By being more attuned to our inner world, we can better recognize when we are being drawn into negative patterns of thought or conversation and take steps to redirect our attention towards more positive and constructive topics. Strive to embody the principles of right speech in your own communication. Speak honestly, kindly, and with the intention of promoting understanding and harmony. By setting a positive example, you can help to create an environment in which gossip and negativity are less likely to thrive. Cultivating compassion and empathy for others can help us to see beyond their flaws and shortcomings and recognize the fundamental goodness that lies within each person. By focusing on the positive aspects of others, we can help to counteract the negative effects of gossip and create a more supportive and understanding atmosphere. Contemplating the impermanence of all things can help us to develop a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of our time and the importance of using it wisely. When we recognize that our lives are fleeting and that our words and actions have a lasting impact on ourselves and others, we are less likely to engage in trivial or harmful behavior, such as gossiping about others. In addition to protecting ourselves from the harmful effects of gossip and backbiting, we can also take steps to help those who engage in such behavior to change their ways. By offering guidance, support, and a positive example, we can encourage them to develop greater self-awareness and to cultivate more wholesome patterns of thought and speech. Help the person to see the consequences of their actions by gently pointing out the harm that their words may cause to others and to themselves. Encourage them to consider the motivations behind their behavior and to explore more positive and constructive ways of expressing their feelings and addressing their concerns. Recognize that changing long-standing patterns of behavior can be challenging and may take time. Offer support and encouragement as the person works to cultivate more wholesome habits and be patient with their progress. Demonstrate the benefits of right speech and compassionate communication through your own actions. By consistently embodying these principles, you can provide a powerful example that may inspire others to follow in your footsteps. People who badmouth others behind their backs are engaging in behavior that violates the principles of right speech and contributes to suffering and discord. By setting clear boundaries, cultivating mindfulness, practicing right speech, and fostering compassion and empathy, we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of gossip and create a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves and others. Lesson 3. People who stand for nothing. In the teachings of Buddhism, having strong moral principles is crucial for leading a meaningful and virtuous life. Those who lack conviction or values may be easily swayed by external influences and may not have your best interests at heart. It's essential to surround ourselves with people who embody integrity, compassion, and wisdom, and be wary of those who lack a clear moral compass. In this lesson, we will delve deeper into the importance of standing for something and the consequences of associating with those who do not. The foundation of Buddhist ethics is built upon the 5 precepts, which serve as guidelines for moral conduct. These precepts include abstaining from taking life, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxicants that lead to heedlessness. By following these principles, we cultivate a strong moral foundation that supports our spiritual growth and promotes harmony in our relationships. People who stand for nothing often lack a clear sense of purpose or direction in their lives. They may be indecisive, inconsistent, and easily influenced by the opinions and actions of others. This lack of conviction can lead to a life of confusion, dissatisfaction, and stagnation. In contrast, those who stand for something have a clear understanding of their values and are committed to living in alignment with them. Associating with individuals who lack moral principles can have several negative consequences. Firstly, their indecisiveness and inconsistency can create instability and uncertainty in our lives. We may find it challenging to rely on them or trust their judgment, as their beliefs and actions can change abruptly and without warning. Secondly, those who stand for nothing may be more susceptible to engaging in harmful or unethical behavior. Without a strong moral compass to guide them, they may be more likely to act impulsively or be swayed by negative influences. This can lead to situations that compromise our own values and well-being. Thirdly, surrounding ourselves with people who lack conviction can hinder our personal and spiritual growth. As social beings, we are deeply influenced by the company we keep. By associating with individuals who lack a clear sense of purpose or values, we may inadvertently adopt their indecisiveness and confusion, making it more challenging to cultivate our own moral and spiritual development. To protect ourselves from the negative influences of those who stand for nothing, it's essential to cultivate discernment and wisdom in our relationships. This involves being mindful of the people we choose to spend time with and reflecting on the impact they have on our lives. By surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody strong moral principles and are committed to personal growth, we create a supportive environment that fosters our own development. In addition to being discerning about our relationships, it's crucial to cultivate our own moral principles and values. This involves engaging in regular self-reflection and introspection, examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and striving to align them with our deepest aspirations. The practice of meditation can be an invaluable tool in this process. Through meditation, we can develop greater clarity and understanding of our inner world, allowing us to identify and cultivate the values that are most important to us. As we deepen our connection with our inner wisdom, we become more confident and resilient in standing for what we believe in. Engaging in acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity can help strengthen our moral foundation. By actively embodying these virtues in our daily lives, we reinforce our commitment to living a life of integrity and purpose. Associating with people who lack conviction or values can have negative consequences, including instability, unethical behavior, and hindered personal growth. To protect ourselves from these influences, it's essential to cultivate discernment in our relationships, engage in regular self-reflection, and actively embody the virtues of kindness, compassion, and generosity. By doing so, we create a strong moral foundation that supports our spiritual development and promotes harmony in our lives. Lesson 4. Unkind people incapable of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings. It is the foundation upon which compassion and loving kindness are built, and it is an essential quality for fostering meaningful connections with others. Those who are incapable of empathy, who consistently act unkindly or cruelly, are individuals we should approach with caution and mindfulness. In this lesson, we will delve deeper into the nature of empathy, its significance in Buddhism, and how to navigate relationships with those who lack this vital quality. In Buddhism, empathy is closely tied to the concept of interdependence, which recognizes that all beings are connected and rely on one another for their existence. This interconnectedness means that our actions, words, and thoughts have a ripple effect, impacting not only ourselves, but also those around us. When we act with empathy, we acknowledge this interdependence and strive to create harmony and understanding in our relationships. On the other hand, those who are incapable of empathy may struggle to see the connections between themselves and others. This lack of understanding can lead to unkind or even cruel behavior, as they prioritize their own desires and needs above the well-being of others. Such individuals may cause suffering, either intentionally or unintentionally, and it is essential to protect ourselves from the negative consequences of their actions. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations in the moment. By cultivating mindfulness through meditation and other practices, we can become more attuned to our own feelings and the feelings of others, fostering a deeper sense of empathy. Active listening involves giving our full attention to others as they speak, seeking to understand their perspective without judgment. By truly listening to others and validating their feelings, we can create a space for empathy and compassion to grow. Patience is an essential quality for empathy, as it allows us to remain open and receptive to others, even in challenging situations. By cultivating patience, we can better understand the experiences and emotions of those around us, fostering deeper connections and understanding. Regularly contemplating the interconnectedness of all beings can help us develop a greater appreciation for the role empathy plays in our lives. By recognizing that our actions have consequences for others, we can become more mindful of our words and deeds and strive to act with kindness and compassion. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential for protecting our emotional well-being. Be clear about what behaviors you will and will not tolerate, and communicate your limits to the person in question. Non-attachment, or letting go of our expectations and desires, can help us maintain equanimity in the face of unkindness. By accepting that some people may be incapable of empathy, we can avoid becoming overly invested in changing them and focus instead on cultivating our own inner peace. Surrounding ourselves with empathetic, kind individuals can provide a valuable buffer against the negativity of those who lack empathy. By fostering positive relationships and seeking support from our spiritual community, we can find solace and strength in the face of adversity. Encountering unkind people incapable of empathy can serve as a reminder to cultivate our own empathetic qualities. By reflecting on our own actions and striving to act with kindness and compassion, we can create a positive impact on the world around us. Empathy is a vital component of Buddhist teachings and a crucial quality for fostering meaningful connections with others. By cultivating empathy within ourselves and recognizing its absence in others, we can navigate relationships with unkind individuals with wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. Lesson 5. People who can't apologize. The ability to apologize sincerely is a sign of humility, maturity, and emotional intelligence. In Buddhism, admitting our mistakes and taking responsibility for our actions is an essential part of personal growth and spiritual development. Those who cannot apologize may be trapped in a cycle of pride, denial, and self-centeredness, which can lead to further suffering for themselves and those around them. In this lesson, we will delve deeper into the importance of apologies, the reasons some people struggle to apologize, and how to cultivate a genuine sense of humility and remorse in our own lives. Apologies hold immense power in healing relationships and restoring trust. When we apologize sincerely, we acknowledge our mistakes, express remorse, and take responsibility for our actions. This act of vulnerability can create a space for understanding, forgiveness, and growth. In Buddhist teachings, the practice of apologizing is closely tied to the concept of right speech, one of the Eightfold Path's elements. Right speech encourages us to communicate honestly, kindly, and constructively, which includes offering heartfelt apologies when we have caused harm. One of the most common reasons people struggle to apologize is an inflated sense of pride or ego. They may believe that admitting fault is a sign of weakness or that they are above making mistakes. This mindset can create a barrier to personal growth and hinder the development of genuine connections with others. Apologizing requires us to be vulnerable and expose our imperfections. Some people may be afraid of this vulnerability, as it can make them feel exposed or emotionally unsafe. This fear can prevent them from taking responsibility for their actions and offering a sincere apology. Those who struggle to empathize with others may find it challenging to apologize, as they cannot truly understand the impact of their actions on those around them. This lack of empathy can make it difficult for them to recognize when an apology is necessary and to offer one genuinely. Some people may have grown up in environments where apologizing was discouraged or seen as a sign of weakness. These ingrained habits and beliefs can make it challenging for them to break free from these patterns and learn to apologize sincerely. To foster a genuine sense of humility and remorse in our own lives, we must first recognize the importance of apologizing and the role it plays in our personal growth and relationships. Here are some practices to help cultivate humility and remorse. Regularly take time to reflect on your actions and their impact on others. This practice can help you become more aware of your mistakes and the need for apologies. Cultivate empathy by actively listening to others and trying to understand their perspectives. This increased understanding can make it easier to recognize when an apology is necessary and offer one sincerely. Recognize that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather an opportunity for growth and connection. Embrace vulnerability in your relationships and be open to admitting your mistakes and apologizing when necessary. Work on releasing your attachment to pride and ego. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that admitting fault is a sign of strength and maturity. Use your mistakes as opportunities for growth and learning. By acknowledging your errors and taking steps to correct them, you can cultivate a greater sense of humility and remorse. Establish clear boundaries to protect your emotional well-being. Communicate your needs and expectations, and be prepared to distance yourself if necessary. Recognize that change takes time, and some people may need more time than others to learn the art of apologizing. Practice patience and understanding, but do not allow yourself to be repeatedly hurt by their actions. Demonstrate the importance of apologizing by offering sincere apologies when you make mistakes. Your actions may inspire others to follow suit. Surround yourself with individuals who can offer emotional support and understanding, especially when dealing with those who struggle to apologize. The inability to apologize is a significant red flag in any relationship. By understanding the reasons some people struggle to apologize and cultivating humility and remorse in our own lives, we can foster more meaningful connections and create a more harmonious existence. May you find peace, understanding, and compassion on your spiritual journey. Lesson 6: People who violate your boundaries. Respecting the boundaries of others is an essential aspect of practicing right action in Buddhism. Those who consistently overstep or disregard your boundaries may be acting out of selfishness, ignorance, or a lack of empathy. It's crucial to protect your physical, emotional, and mental well-being by setting clear boundaries and distancing yourself from those who do not respect them. In this lesson, we will delve deeper into the importance of personal boundaries and explore how to identify, establish, and maintain them in our relationships. Personal boundaries are the limits we set to protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They define what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior from others towards us and help us maintain a sense of self-respect and dignity. Boundaries can be applied to various aspects of our lives, such as our time, energy, personal space, and values. The concept of boundaries is closely related to the practice of right action, one of the Eightfold Path's elements. Right action involves behaving ethically and compassionately towards others and ourselves. By respecting the boundaries of others and ensuring that our own boundaries are respected, we can cultivate a more harmonious and balanced existence. When someone repeatedly disregards your boundaries, it can lead to feelings of discomfort, stress, and anxiety. It's essential to trust your intuition and recognize when a situation or relationship does not feel right. To maintain healthy boundaries, we must first establish and communicate them clearly to others. Take time to consider what is important to you and what you are comfortable with in various aspects of your life. Clearly articulate your boundaries to others, using assertive, non-confrontational language. For example, instead of saying, "You're always invading my personal space," you could say, "I feel more comfortable when there is some distance between us. Please respect my personal space." Consistently reinforce your boundaries with others, even if they initially push back or resist. Remember that it is your right to protect your well-being. Acknowledge that setting and maintaining boundaries can be challenging, especially if you are not accustomed to doing so. Be gentle with yourself and recognize that it takes time and practice to develop this skill. Calmly and assertively communicate your concerns to the person violating your boundaries. Explain how their behavior is affecting you and request that they respect your limits. If the person continues to disregard your boundaries, establish consequences for their actions. For example, you may choose to limit your interaction with them or end the relationship entirely. If you are struggling to deal with a boundary violator, or if the situation escalates, consider seeking the assistance of a mental health professional or trusted advisor. Recognize that some people may be unable or unwilling to respect your boundaries, despite your best efforts. Understanding and maintaining personal boundaries is a crucial aspect of practicing right action in Buddhism. By identifying, establishing, and enforcing our boundaries, we can cultivate healthier, more balanced relationships and protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Remember to trust your intuition, communicate clearly, and be consistent in upholding your boundaries. Lesson 7. Who is being too nice to you? In the realm of interpersonal relationships, it is essential to strike a balance between being open to genuine connections and being cautious of individuals who may not have our best interests at heart. While it is important to approach others with kindness and an open mind, we must also be discerning when it comes to those who seem overly nice or insincere. This lesson will delve deeper into the concept of being too nice, the potential motivations behind such behavior, and how to navigate such encounters with wisdom and compassion. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of cultivating kindness and compassion towards all beings. However, it is crucial to recognize that not everyone who appears kind is acting from a place of genuine concern or goodwill. Some individuals may use excessive niceness as a strategy to manipulate, deceive, or take advantage of others. In order to protect ourselves from such individuals, we must first learn to distinguish between genuine kindness and ulterior motives. This discernment can be developed through mindfulness, self-awareness, and a keen understanding of human behavior. By observing the actions, words, and intentions of those around us, we can begin to identify patterns and inconsistencies that may indicate insincerity. When faced with someone who seems too nice, it is essential to approach the situation with wisdom, compassion, and discernment. Our intuition is a powerful tool for discerning the true intentions of others. If something feels off or insincere about a person's behavior, trust your gut and be cautious in your interactions with them. While words can be easily manipulated, actions often reveal a person's true intentions and character. Observe the actions of overly nice individuals and look for inconsistencies between what they say and what they do. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is crucial for protecting our well-being and ensuring that our relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding. Be clear about your limits and expectations, and communicate them assertively but compassionately. Cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness can help us develop a deeper understanding of our own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, as well as those of others. By being present and attuned to our inner experience, we can better navigate complex social situations and discern the true intentions of those around us. While it is important to be cautious of overly nice individuals, it is equally important to actively seek out genuine connections with others. By surrounding ourselves with people who embody kindness, compassion, and authenticity, we can create a supportive and nurturing environment for our personal growth and well-being. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships, it is essential to cultivate both discernment and compassion. By developing our ability to discern the true intentions of others, we can protect ourselves from potential harm and create healthier, more authentic connections. At the same time, it is crucial to approach others with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique journey and may be struggling with their own challenges and insecurities. In the words of the Buddha, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. By embodying this wisdom, we can strive to create a world where genuine kindness, compassion, and understanding prevail over insincerity and manipulation. By understanding the potential motivations behind such behavior, navigating these encounters with wisdom and compassion, and cultivating our own discernment and empathy, we can foster healthier, more authentic relationships and create a more harmonious existence for ourselves and those around us. Lesson 8. People who lack empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence and a vital aspect of Buddhist teachings. Those who lack empathy may find it challenging to connect with others on a deeper level, leading to superficial relationships and potential harm. It's essential to recognize the importance of empathy in our lives and be cautious of individuals who consistently demonstrate a lack of it. Empathy is closely related to the concept of metta, or loving kindness. By cultivating metta, we can develop a greater understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings and foster a deep sense of compassion for others. This compassion, in turn, allows us to act with wisdom and skill in our interactions, creating a more harmonious world for ourselves and those around us. To protect ourselves from the potential harm caused by those who lack empathy, it's crucial to cultivate our own empathic abilities and seek out relationships with individuals who demonstrate compassion and understanding. When engaging with others, make a conscious effort to truly listen to their words, emotions, and experiences. By giving them your full attention, you can better understand their perspective and respond with compassion. Developing emotional intelligence involves recognizing and managing your own emotions, as well as understanding and responding to the emotions of others. This can be achieved through mindfulness meditation, self-reflection, and seeking out new experiences that challenge your perspectives. Performing acts of kindness, both large and small, can help to strengthen your empathic abilities by fostering a deeper connection with others. Look for opportunities to offer support, encouragement, or assistance in your daily life. Expose yourself to a wide range of viewpoints and experiences by engaging with people from different backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life. This can help to broaden your understanding of the world and cultivate a more inclusive, empathetic mindset. Metta meditation involves cultivating feelings of loving kindness towards yourself and others. By regularly practicing this form of meditation, you can develop a greater sense of compassion and empathy for all beings. By cultivating empathy within ourselves and seeking out relationships with empathetic individuals, we can create a more compassionate and interconnected world. This not only benefits our personal well-being, but also contributes to the collective well-being of our communities and society as a whole. People who lack empathy can pose challenges in our lives, as their inability to understand and share the feelings of others may lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and harm. By recognizing the warning signs of empathy deficits and taking steps to cultivate our own empathic abilities, we can protect ourselves from potential harm and foster more meaningful, compassionate relationships. The wisdom of Buddhism offers valuable insights into the types of people we should be cautious of in our lives. By understanding these personality types and cultivating our own self-awareness, empathy, and kindness, we can foster more meaningful relationships and create a more harmonious existence. May we find peace, understanding, and compassion on our path towards enlightenment and inner growth.